Either you're mine or you're not. Make up your mind, sweet baby. Right here, right now is all we got.
All right, welcome back to the shed tonight. The Swathers are facing Garden Plain. And
this game will be 3 out of 5 because it's just one game tonight. So we will likely see a long game tonight because these are two very competitive teams.
yes.
So.
Lots of talking from me and Carly, so get ready for that.
Yes, as we're watching them warm up, Garden Plain looks like they've got a couple of really strong hitters. Their setter looks very consistent, and they got a libero that also looks very consistent. So those are
should be a good matchup.
Yes, yes.
Yes, it's number 2, I believe. Sydney Pitts is the libero for Garden Plain. Should be a good matchup.
Yeah, yeah. Our JV just lost in 3.
Yes.
That was a close game.
It was a very close game.
Yeah, down to 15 to
11, I think,
in the third set. So, yeah, that was a good game.
It was really competitive. As I was watching, it continued to go back and forth between the Swathers and Garden Plain, and in most cases, usually what you see on the JV court translates to the varsity court, so should be seeing that from the Swathers tonight. It looks like Kendall Brugan is back, 100%.
And probably in full rotation tonight.
Yep.
Yeah.
So happy to see that she's back, and hopefully Swathers can start going back to what they know best instead of having somebody. It's so tough to have somebody get injured and have to figure out a whole different rotation.
Right, yeah.
So hopefully they start getting in their groove again.
Yeah. Looks like we have a great student section turnout tonight.
Oh, yeah.
I see
Colton Diller with the dance moves in the front row.
in the boot, too. He's got one-legged dance moves tonight. Jillian, are you excited to cheer on Friday night?
Yes. That's another thing. The football boys tomorrow are traveling to Trinity to face the Knights. Come out and wear your Christmas stuff for the student section theme. I think it's supposed to be kind of cool. I'm going to check. Let's check
my gosh. We can talk about the weather all day today. Oh, my goodness. It was beautiful.
It's 78 tomorrow.
Okay, well, that's
40% chance of rain.
That's not in the hundreds or the 90s, so I'll settle.
Yeah, no, that's good. Cheer uniforms are not very fun to wear when it's super hot out because they're tight.
Yeah.
Especially when we wear our sleeves. Ugh.
Yeah.
All right, looks like we should be getting going pretty soon.
Swathers looking like they're having a decent warm-up, so it should be, like we said, should be a good matchup tonight. We're ready.
Yes, we are. Let's see if we can keep up, for both teams, keep the serves in, over and in.
Yeah.
Since this will be such a competitive game, it's important for both teams to not give up silly points like being in the net, out of rotation calls, and missed serves. Those are all things that like that team can control.
Right.
If you can't control anything else, control what you can control.
Right.
And those are all of those types of things are important when you're facing a team that you're both pretty similar in skill levels. So that's important for the Swathers and for the Owls.
Yeah, and I'd like to see some good serve receive. I know the Swathers do that
Every
so
day.
much every day at practice. So it'll be good to see how that plays out, because I'm sure these won't be light serves. While it's crucial to keep them in, they will still be very aggressive. So
Yes.
that'll be another key thing for both teams.
Looks like for Garden Plain starting, we have number 3, Riley Stuhlzoltz, number 5, Madeline Rolfs, who's that?
13.
Number 13, Celia Pitts, number 8, Kaylor Wazinger, number 1, Hayden Thompson, and number 9, Molly Zolgaman. And for the Swathers, we have number 16, Justice Large, number 21, Sophia Becker, number 12, Anna Humphreys, number 8, Addie Copeland, number 3, Kendall Brugan, and number 33, Casey Mason.
Libero for Garden Plain, number 2, Sydney Pitts will go in for number 13, Celia Pitts. And Libero for Hesston, Kylie Nelson will go in for
I believe Casey Mason.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, Kendall Brugan.
Kendall Brugan.
Looks like Swathers are starting with the serve. We got number 12, Anna Humphreys, back to serve. Let's get this thing rolling. Good outside attack by number 1, picked up by Casey Mason. Good cut, back corner by Addie Copeland. That is, in fact, the left side
Yes.
corner.
Yes.
Yep, it is.
Tip will not be, block by Justice will be down, and that will be Swathers' point. Deep push by number 8, outside.
Good hit by Sophia Becker. That's to the right back corner. It's a great spot to hit, especially usually that's where your setter's coming from. So
Right.
if you can hit that corner, that's very crucial. Hitting that seam is important.
Yeah.
Good reach by number 1. Sophia Becker up to swing. Again, swinging line, which the Owls haven't figured out yet, but if Sophia Becker can keep swinging that line and the Owls aren't rotating over, that'll be good for the Swathers.
Yeah, they're catching, Sophia is catching the setter sucked up a little bit, ready to transition to offense.
A little too quick before
yeah.
playing defense, yep.
Got to play defense first. I remember that as a setter.
Sophia Becker hits into the block, and ball falls between the block and the net, and looks like Garden Plain calls a timeout. The Bradbury Group is a proud sponsor of the Hesston High School Athletics. Bradbury is a family-owned custom equipment manufacturer headquartered in Moundridge. They are currently hiring for entry-level and advanced manufacturing careers. Bradbury's family environment, variety and challenging work opportunities to advance, and great benefits are unmatched. To learn more, visit bradburygroup.com. Receive a minimum scholarship package of 65% off tuition, a discount of over $19,000 per year at Hesston College when you meet the following criteria: graduate from high school within a 50-mile radius of Hesston College, live on campus, meet admission acceptance standards. With your discount, you are guaranteed to pay less than the average price of K-State, KU, and Wichita State. Hesston College, start here, go everywhere.
And we're back.
Good block from the Swathers, and setter dumps it over to try to catch the Swathers off in their defense. Sophia Becker again swinging line and finding that spot. You can see that the setter was, in fact, at the 10-foot line when Sophia Becker went up to hit. So if Garden Plain stays back in that corner, they will be able to pick up those balls. Anna Humphreys back for her 7th serve of the game. Good back set by Humphreys to Large. And looks like they're gonna call her for a lift.
That was a great spot. She just had that ball in her hand a little too long.
Yep.
And obviously you're gonna get called for the lift on that one.
I think Garden Plains now figuring out to hit the Swathers setter spot as Anna's transitioning up. Good swing from number 1. Good block by the Swathers, able to get up, and unfortunately the Owls touched it. I bet that ball was probably going to go out of bounds if they hadn't.
Yeah, definitely would have.
Yeah. Humphreys back to serve again.
Man, the
Swathers
Swather block is up all night long. That one was not back into the court. They didn't quite turn the shoulder quite enough, and it went out of bounds. So Garden Plain will score and go back to serve.
Good serve from number 7. Looks like Humphreys and Copeland. Humphreys set that ball a little too high for Copeland, or Copeland was a little too early, but I'm sure they'll figure that one out. Good serve again. Push from Humphreys out to Large swinging big. Good pass from Becker. Humphreys with the dump. They caught her for a double. I wasn't able to see that from here, but I don't know, were you?
I think I would have called that too.
Another great serve. Number 7, Ava Mees has a really good serve.
Yes.
That's another lift on number 8, I believe. She's hitting the right spots. It's just the ball's in her hand a little too long.
And the officials tonight are being very consistent with their calls. I mean, she's gotten that twice, and it's about the same ball. So at least now she knows if that's the way they're going to call it, then you have to make that adjustment.
Yep. Good push by the setter. Kendall Brugan swinging big now.
Finds the middle of the block.
Yep. That'll be Swather point.
Sophia Becker back to serve.
Good back set. That looked a little messy net play, but
that was sloppy, but
it works. That was a great ball by the setter from Garden Plain. Another great hit by Addie Copeland, hitting that back line and back left. The thing about Addie Copeland is she's able to hit both corners, which is really, it's a really big benefit.
And that's not something she's always been able to do. She has developed that skill so well in the last couple of years. And she's been working hard, especially that left side. She likes her right side. That's easy for her with her left hand. But yeah, it's good to see her swinging hard on both sides of the court.
Yep. Number 2, Libero back to serve now for the Owls. Good pass from Becker. We're going to get a back row attack from Mason. We've seen that from her the last few games. I bet that ball was probably going to be out of bounds, but
I would have to agree.
Large wasn't too sure. It's better to be safe than sorry at that point.
That's right.
Another great pass from Becker. Humphreys out to Brugan. Looked like that set was a little bit low. Brugan couldn't quite get that ball over the net.
Yeah, she tried to roll shot, and that wouldn't do it either, so they'll get that worked out.
I probably would have called that one as well.
Man, these officials are being very consistent tonight.
Lots and lots of lifts and doubles, which, I mean,
call it early and they'll adjust. And then we'll get some real good volleyball.
Great spot by Large.
Very good spot.
That was, she was going in. She knew exactly where those holes were. Her and Humphreys, that was a great set from Humphreys. Gave Large the opportunity to put that ball right where she wanted it. We got number 42, Kylie Nelson, back to serve now.
We have lost the visuals, so we will be commentating
Oh,
play-by-play at this point.
Here we go. Outside attack by number 9 from the Owls, and that'll be out of bounds. It'll be point to the Swathers. We got number 42, Kylie Nelson, back to serve. Serve is good. Pass by number 5 to the setter. Out to the outside. Great attack by number 13. Humphreys to back row for Sophia Becker, and that'll be point to the Swathers. That was a great back row attack from Sophia Becker. Score is 14-7, Swather ball. That serve will be out of bounds.
Number 12 subbing in for number 5 for the Owls.
Number 3 back to serve now. Great serve. That ball dropped. It was a very good float serve. It looked like it was going to go super, super deep, and then it just dropped short.
Those are tough to pick up.
Yeah.
Will you tell people that we know?
I did.
We are working on the video. We are trying. Casey Mason with a great middle attack. They're going to call another double on the Owls, and looks like number 6, Abby Proctor, is subbing in for Justice Large, and Proctor will go back to serve.
Extra descriptive.
Good serve from Proctor. We're going to get an attack from number 9 on the right side. Another back row attack from Becker, picked up by the libero. Number 13, able to utilize that block. The block was there, just couldn't quite get up in time, and that ball will drop on the Swather side. It'll be point to the Owls. Number 9, Molly Zolgman, back to serve. That ball would be just short of the net. And number 3, Kendall Brugan, is now back to serve. Good serve from Brugan.
Good save from their setter.
Free ball for the Swathers. Out to Becker. Becker hitting right back once again. That was a great hit. Great set, great hit.
She saw the court, and again, they're catching the setter, ready to transition a little early. She's got to stay back in that corner and play defense first.
Yep. Serves good for Brugan. Number 13 will go up in the middle, and that'll be just out of bounds on the back court. Swathers leading 18-10. Outside attack by number 1. That was more of a roll shot, picked up by Proctor to Humphreys, out to Becker. Becker swinging again for the line. This time, setter caught the ball.
Out of system ball.
Free ball from the Owls over to the Swathers, just lands out of bounds.
For those of you that are just joining us, we have lost our camera. We are, and there it is, it's back. So the play-by-play.
We're done. We're done with that.
Getting some energy from our student section.
Oh, that was.
They tried. A great effort.
It was a good effort. Yeah, that's about it. It was just good effort.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who called this timeout, but looks like we're fully back.
Yes, we are back.
Great.
The camera is back.
It's fine. It's the screen. It's not.
We apologize for that. The technical difficulties, but SSN is, great at what we do, so we're back. Good push from the Garden Plain center.
Good middle attack from Mason, but Garden Plain's block was up on that one. Becker swinging it line again, utilized that block, and it fell out of bounds. That'll be point to the Swathers. Swathers lead 28-10. Bruggen back to serve. Another good serve from Bruggen. They're gonna catch number 33, Casey Mason, in the net. We got number 13, Celia Pitts back to serve.
That was a good spot.
That was a good spot. Another great swing from the Owls. Humphreys tried to... They call that a lift. Not sure who the lift was on, but... Good pass by Bruggen. Mason swinging. Good attack from setter Anna Humphreys. Mason up now to make sure that ball was not going over on the Swathers side. Casey Mason now back to serve, and Addie Copeland in for libero. Kylie Nelson. Good pass from the libero. Another great block from the Swathers. Swathers are really getting their block up. Addie Copeland with another block. Becker swinging again. Again hits that right corner.
Oh my goodness. She is gonna hit that all day long until they adjust. They're gonna have to pull their setter back or pull their middle defender off and cover line somehow, or else she's gonna love that spot tonight.
Yep. That was a good dump from the setter. Tried to throw the Swathers off, but picked up by the Swathers. That'll be out of bounds by the Owls. See if Casey Mason can finish this set off, push 2 more points. Looks like she was a little bit off on that one. The setter and the hitter were not on the same page for that one.
She was not quite far enough out on that. She had to kind of get underneath that ball in order to make something out of it.
Yep. Back row attack from Kylie Nelson, picked up by the Owls.
There she
goes. That was a good hit, but Swather block up once again, and we're going to get a tip from her now. We're going to call Addie Copeland on the double. Addie Copeland trying to step in for that second hit. And we got number 5 now in for number 12 for the Owls.
Hayden Thompson made that adjustment on the outside and was then able to get a really solid contact on the next hit. So love to see players making adjustments and improving within a game.
Yep. Good play from Anna Humphreys. Back row attack from Casey Mason. Good hustle play from setter number 3. And the Owls up now. And the ball, Anna Humphreys tried to get that ball out of the net. Unfortunately, she wasn't able to. Swathers lead 24-14. Game point, potentially. Looks like a little miscommunication between the Swathers, Sophia Becker and Abby Proctor. Good back row attack by Mason.
That was a good play.
That was a very good play.
Holy cow. Setter in transition, caught the ball, did a sneaky little back set, and the middle was up and ready. That was a great play
That was
by
great.
the Owls.
Good save by the setter. And that'll be a hit out of bounds. Swather take the first set, 25-16. Hey Swather fans, thanks for choosing the Hesston Pharmacy. When you support your locally owned and operated pharmacy, you make it possible for us to pass it on to Hesston kids with ads like this. Thank you and go Swathers. GLC Real Estate Services, your only hometown real estate agency, is a proud sponsor of the Hesston Swathers. Call the GLC team for all your real estate needs, 620-327-3100, or find us at www.glcrealestate.com or on Facebook. Rolling Wheels is a proud sponsor of the Swather Sports Network. Since 2016, Rolling Wheels has been your local pre-owned car dealer, and we are proud to help many Swathers get into their first ride. Call or text us at 620-869-9982. Go Swathers! Serving individuals, couples, families, and kids throughout the region, Central Kansas Counseling walks alongside you in the pursuit of living a more healthy, courageous, and authentic life. Call now to get started. Rachel Berg and Brendan Niebel focus on relationships and going beyond the sale. Let this KSI team show you proven results up and down the I-35 corridor. Hashtag sold by KSI. Key points for the Swathers and the Owls. For the Owls, if they can shut Sophia Becker down from hitting their right back, that will help stop a lot of the Swathers' points that are being scored right now.
Whether that's moving their block over like a whole person to cover that line, or getting the setter to get back, bringing the middle defender over. Somehow they got to cover that back right corner, because, I mean, Sophia has obviously figured out that that's not being covered right now, and so she's going to continue to go there until they prove that it's not open anymore. So I am thoroughly impressed with number 3, Riley Stulzatz. She is moving well. She is hustling after balls. She is always at the ball to set her hitters up, and she gives them really good looks too. So she's a very key player to this Owl team.
Honestly, I was very impressed by the Swathers. They had a really good first set, able to come out strong. The only thing that I can think of is continuing to get their block up. They weren't missing serves. They were doing really good about that, and just communicating between the setter and the hitter, like what run they're what route they're gonna run, what hit they're gonna run. That's the only thing, though. The Swathers had a really, really good first set. Looks like for the second set, Swather, Addie Copeland, Sophia Becker, Kendall Brugan, Casey Mason, Abby Proctor, and Anna Humphreys are going to start. And we're going to have libero number 42, Kylie Nelson, in. And for Garden Plain, we got number 8, number 3, number 9, number 13, number 5, and number 7. And then we got libero number 2, Sydney Pitts. And for number 13, Celia Pitts. Aw, sisters.
Cousins, I think.
Oh, cousins. Some sort of relation. Good pass by Abby Proctor. See if we can start off strong.
There they are.
Garden Plain able to get that block up. I bet you their coach said something about shutting Sophia Becker down.
Yeah, they're gonna. That is key right there, getting that block up.
Yep. Back row attack from Mason. Mason able to hit the right corner now.
Mason really likes that back row attack.
She does.
She can be really aggressive back there.
Yeah. We now got Justice Large in for Abby Proctor. We're going to get a free ball from the Owls to the Swathers. That was a great short set by Humphreys, able to change his speed, which was really important. And number 9 able to get a good attack.
From a beautiful set.
That was
number
a very
3.
good set.
Riley, that was a very good push.
That was. Good spot by Addie Copeland. Picked up by the Owls, though. Down ball from Becker. A great spot by number 9. It looked like she was going up for a pretty powerful swing, and then she just rolled it right over the block and was able to catch the donut. The Swathers not covering the donut. The Owls are coming alive this set.
Looks to me like they're being a little bit more intentional about where they're going to put the ball.
Free ball from the Owls to the Swathers. We're going to get a back row attack from Nelson. Great attack by number 13. We're going to get a setter dump, picked up by the Swathers. And they're going to call a lift on setter Anna Humphreys. That ball hit like right on her chest and looked like it kind of got caught under her chin a little bit. So again, the refs being very consistent.
Yes.
Which is what we like to see. Oh. The Owls are now leading this set 5-1.
Swathers making an adjustment to the receive.
And that'll be just in. That was a great serve from number 2, Sydney Pitts. Just on the line. That was a great hit, or a great serve.
Swathers are gonna have to find a way to get a pass up for this point.
Good free ball from Kylie Nelson, sending it deep. If you got to send a free ball, you want to make sure it's aggressive, and that's a great free ball to be sending.
Right.
Another good free ball. Gonna get a short set by the setter. However, the Swathers were up on that block. Looks like we got Kendall Brugan back in the front row. Sophia Becker back to serve. Swathers trail the Owls 2-6. It's good ball placement. Addie Copeland now swinging.
And the Owls picking it up. Their defense has upped a notch.
Yes.
Since the last set. So
they're definitely being more scrappy.
Yeah.
Caught the Swathers in rotation. We got number 12 in for number 5. That was a great serve by number 3, Riley. Swathers are gonna have to find a way to side out on this point.
Yeah.
You don't want to give them too many points at the beginning, because then towards the end it's harder to catch up.
Don't dig yourselves a hole.
Yep. They're going to catch the Owls in the net now, and it'll be point to the Swathers.
Kylie Nelson back to serve. Good outside, and the Swather block there. Outside will push and will get called for a double. So that'll be Swather point. Kylie Nelson to serve again. Her serve will go out, and number 9, Molly Zolgman, will be back to serve for the Owls.
Good up by Brugan. Gonna get a back row attack from Becker.
Slightly out of system, but they'll make it work.
Let's see if Brugan can put this one down. Oh, Owls get their block up on her. Humphreys tried to do a change of pace and back set large, but Owls were able to get a touch on that one as well. Good swing from Casey Mason. Casey Mason back up to hit. Brugan there for that ball. Humphreys with a short set to Mason and drops in front of the 10-foot line. That was a great hit by Mason.
Celia Pitts for the Owls was going to work in that rally. She had block after block, and then she was actually the one trying to get something over for her team with that third hit.
Abby Proctor subbed in for the Swathers. Abby Proctor served just out of bounds.
Number 13, Celia Pitts, is the one back to serve now. Good pass by Kylie Nelson. Abby Proctor setting to Kendall.
Owls with their block up again.
Swathers gonna have to make some adjustments because that Garden Plain block is up and ready for the hits. Swathers struggling to get a third hit over.
Yep, just like in the first set, the Swathers block was honestly unbeatable. Now the Owls are up blocking. And that ball will hit off Sophia Becker's arms, and looks like Mr. Peters will call a timeout for the Swathers. Honestly, this is a good timeout. You want to call a timeout before things get too out of hand.
Talk about a momentum change. We got the Owls right now with a lot of momentum.
Yes.
So yeah,
Their student section, or their team, their
Yeah.
other team is up and at 'em too, so that's always helpful to have some energy.
yeah.
Swathers student section could get a little,
They
get a little rowdy for them.
Swathers are really gonna have to focus on getting a good first pass and then getting a solid third contact in order to start putting some points together and build back up.
Number 13 back to serve. It's like a roll shot from Becker will be just short of the net, and Owls will take another point. Owls leading 13-5. Another great serve to Kendall Brugan. Unfortunately, that ball just looked a little bit too low. Proctor couldn't get under it. Roll shot from number 1, and it'll be point to the Swathers. This point is really crucial for the Swathers to gain momentum, to try to start pitching away at that 8 point? Good golly, math. 8-point deficit.
Yeah, there
yes.
you go.
I'm not in a math class this year, okay?
Me
Give me a
neither.
break.
That was a good
That was a
swing.
very good hit. Proctor was there, just unable to get control of that ball to pop it back up. Just kind of hit off her arms.
Yeah, and number 8 swinging aggressively. She had some confidence going up on that
Yep.
one.
Number 5 back to serve for the Owls. Just short in the net. Another crucial point for the Swathers to get excited for. Any point that you can get that you didn't have to do anything for, it's a good point.
Out of system ball for the Owls. They will make something out of it. Swathers, good push from Anna Humphreys to Sophia Becker. Owls pick it up, and back row attack from Casey Mason.
Once again, good block by the Swathers. Addie Copeland able to get up and get a touch. Casey Mason again with the back row attack, picked up by the setter, and we're gonna free ball it over to the Swathers. That was a great hustle play.
Yes, it was.
Anna Humphreys trying to throw the Owls off.
Good
Picked up by
push.
the Owls.
This is a great rally.
Good hit from Sophia Becker off the Owls. Hit another great spot for the setter, and back row attack by Casey Mason. Swather block up once again. Humphreys pushes out to Becker for a tip, picked up by the Owls. Wow, this rally is long.
Good push.
Yes, and that'll be Swather point.
Outside was not out, ready for that ball.
I think
And
she
her
tried to roll it over the
yes.
block, and it was,
Yes.
she underestimated how far away she was from the net.
Yes. Yeah. That was a great push from the setter.
That was good. Casey Mason back to serve. Good hit by number 8, I believe, from the Owls. Free ball from the Swathers. Probably not as aggressive as they'd like, but hey, it worked. Point to the Swathers. Swathers are now pitching away their 8-point deficit. It's now 6 points. Great swing. Kylie Nelson there for the hustle play. Unfortunately,
Just short.
Yep, just short. And number seven, Ava Mees will be in for number 1.
Ava Mees has a very effective serve.
Yes, she does.
She is putting that ball in difficult position to get a touch on. So
Another timeout called by the Swathers.
probably a good timeout.
Probably a good timeout. Swathers trail the Owls by 8 points. It was a good call by Coach Peters, because you don't want to give the Owls, you don't want to call it around 22 points. That's a little too close to 25, especially since the Swathers are down by 8. You want to call it early, try to get
the team back on track.
Yep.
Yeah, and get them to build their own momentum, create their own energy. Yeah, keep hustling. They're doing well hustling for plays. They just have to start putting them together to make their deficit smaller.
Yep. Number 7 back to serve for the Owls.
That ball will be out.
That's a coach point right there. Mr. Peters
Yes.
calling that timeout.
That would
She's
be
serving it out of bounds.
A stat for Coach Peters. Anna Humphreys back to serve for the Swathers.
We're gonna get another, tried to be roll shot just over the block, and it'll be short of the net. Owls should just go back to swinging big.
Yeah.
When they were swinging big, they were up by a lot. Great serve by Anna Humphreys.
As we've talked about in a few of our other games, Anna Humphreys is the kind of player you want back at the serving line right now in these situations. She's reliable, and you know that her ball is going to be a good one.
Aggressive but inbounds.
Yeah.
Good hit by Becker. Utilizes the block, and that'll be point to the Swathers. Swathers now only trail by 4.
That was
a good
play.
hit. Gonna get a down ball by Humphreys. Unfortunately, into the net. Number 2 now back to serve for the Owls. That'll be an overpass by Becker, and it'll be out of bounds. Not the kind of ball you want to be giving up.
No, but they will make an adjustment, and they'll do what they need to do.
Yep. Addie Copeland probably could have stepped in right there to get that ball for Anna Humphreys, but Anna is known to be a hustle player, so.
Yeah, you never want to stand in Anna's way when she's
No,
after a
you
ball.
don't. Another overpass from the Swathers, and Owls will get up for some net play.
Those balls are fun to hit.
Yes,
An
they are.
overpass.
You know what's embarrassing though is when you go up and you whiff it.
That is embarrassing.
There's a pass from Nelson, and that ball will be hit by Addie Copeland right through the block. Hopefully Swathers are able to turn this one around. Kendall Brugan back in and Sophia Becker back to serve. Great serve from Becker. That'll be an ace in the book.
Sophia is also a great server for the Swathers. You put her back at the line, you know that those serves are going to be aggressive. So
yes,
it'd be a great opportunity for them to start coming back right now.
Yep. That was a great serve. Also a great pass.
Good push from the setter.
Roll shot from Brugan.
Yeah.
I would have called that as well.
Me too.
They're going to call a lift on the Owls. Swathers now trail by 5.
That serve will be short in the net, and it will be Owl serve. Number 3, Riley Stuhlzatz back to serve.
That was a great serve. Kendall Brugan now trying to get some line action, but unfortunately she turned a lot.
Yeah, she did. She had the right idea. It was not the execution she was looking for.
Honestly, that was kind of impressive though. How much she turned.
That is a good look right there from Addie Copeland.
That was fantastic.
Swathers forcing the Owls out of system quite a bit in this rally right here.
That was an outstanding sneak dump from Addie.
The Owls defense is just picking up everything right now. They are playing so scrappy.
Swather block was not up. It was in the net, and they're going to catch the Owls for 4 hits.
Block was up, didn't get a touch.
Yep.
Yeah.
I believe the Owls called that timeout.
I'm going to assume so. These are some crucial next points coming up here. Hopefully, some good volleyball to finish this set.
Even if the Swathers are unable to take this set, they battled back. I mean, they were down by 8 or 9 points at one time.
Yeah, and the Owls, I mean, they have something to be proud of from the last set. Low energy. They weren't able to pick up a lot of balls, and now coming back and very close to taking this set with great energy and lots of defensive saves. Kylie Nelson serve will be short, and it will be Owl point. This is match point with number 9, Celia Pitts back to serve. That was a very consistent serve. Looks strong.
Going to get another outside attack, picked up by Becker. Out to Brugan for a roll shot. I like how Brugan still stayed aggressive. Unfortunately for the Swathers, that'll be the end of set 2. 25-17, Owls take the second set. At this time, we'd like to thank all of our SSN sponsors that have supported us this year. We've been able to enroll more students in our programs and continue to create quality content largely because of your support. From all of us at Swathers Sports Network, thank you.
We're going to take a short break here, and we'll be back with some more volleyball shortly. We are back, ready for some good third set action.
Yeah.
As a reminder, this game it will go best 3 of 5, so we are for sure going to
2 more.
Yes, yes.
2 more. Some good volleyball.
Yeah, very good
Swathers
volleyball.
had a really good first set. Owls had a really good second set. Excited to see what set 3 brings. Hopefully some energy. Hopefully we're hearing some peacocks from the student section.
Yeah.
Hopefully we're hearing some more owls. The owls.
Yeah.
The owls from
The
Garden
owl
Plain.
student section. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And we're off. The first ball from Garden Plain will be tipped just on the line and in. So Sydney Pitts back to serve for the Owls.
The owls or the peacocks? I'm just joking. Great block from the Swathers. I'm not sure. I don't know if that one was a block or if that was in the net. Either way, point goes to the Owls. A great outside attack by number 9. She's now figuring out to hit line, finding the Swathers rotating in there from defense to offense. Fantastic serve from number 2. That'll be a lift on the Swathers. Owls now lead 3-0 in the third set.
It's important for the Swathers to get a point here, and they will not be able to get a pass up.
Fortunately, that serve will be just short of the net. Swathers will have number 21, Sophia Becker, back to serve. Free ball from the Owls to the Swathers. Setter dump from Anna Humphreys, finding that donut. That was a great swing from the Owls. Number 13, she has a lot of power behind her. Swather block was up, but was unable to finish the play.
That was a beautiful string of hits for the Owls. They had a great pass, beautiful set, and an excellent swing to get that last point.
Number 3 back to serve for the Owls. That was a masterful serve, honestly.
That it was. She got the seam. She got the seam, and
Swathers will now have Kylie Nelson in the back row. Another fantastic serve from number 3. Kendall Brugan now using her power to hit off the Owls block, and that'll land out of bounds, so it'll be point to the Swathers.
Kylie Nelson back to serve.
I believe that was number 12 up swinging at the net.
I saw that hole from up here.
Yep.
The back right court was wide open.
Yep, the Owls were able to draw the Swather defense up for the net play, and then number 12 saw that hole and pushed it deep.
Yeah, anything deep then was pretty open.
Good swing from Brugan.
Great idea from number 1 for the Owls.
Kendall Brugan trying to hit that back line, lands just out of bounds. Swathers will call a timeout. Swathers trail the Owls 9-3.
Hayden Thompson again for the Owls. She's impressing me. She is using a variety of different approaches, tipping deep line, tipping short, donut, hitting cross, hitting line. She's utilizing a lot of different tools. She's got a lot of tools in her tool belt.
Does she have a drill bit?
She does have a drill bit.
That's my favorite tool. Swathers are able to get their block up right now. They're able to get those touches that they need to have. They're having hustle. They just need to be able to get that pass up and not let the Owls string points together. Looks like we got number 9 back to serve for the Owls. That was a phenomenal spot by Casey Mason. She's been hitting right back the whole game. I was about to comment on that if she can figure out how to swing left or go anywhere left, that'll be very crucial for the Swathers, and she tips right over the block to the left corner. Yep, Eminem to the left Eminem, and that was wide open. Looks like Abby Proctor thought that ball was gonna be out of bounds, hits the back line, just catches the back line. That'll be point to GP. GP leading 10-4. We got number 13 back to serve. That'll be out of bounds. Point to the Swathers, and Kendall Brugan will now be back to serve. That was a really pretty hit. That was close to the net. She was able to get on top and swing all the way through, and she hit line. And I mean line.
Yes.
That was great.
Yes. She has to feel good after that hit.
I feel good after that hit for her. That was amazing. Another serve out of bounds for GP. That was an excellent serve by Casey Mason. Number 8 trying to catch that back line again like she has been a few times tonight. Unfortunately, that one will hit just out of bounds.
Casey Mason with an aggressive serve.
Kendall Brugan there to pick up that tip. And Addie Copeland now trying to get some
yes.
action in the tip in left front,
Yes.
left M&M.
It's the M&M. So Gaston, our SSN teacher, was also our volleyball coach, and she taught us that the middle is the donut, and then the two right and left corners short, right up next to the net are called M&M. And so when we're referring to those, that's what we're referring to.
Yes.
And the Swathers have caught that left M&M twice now.
Yep.
Really tight to the net.
Addie Copeland gets a touch on that block. Unfortunately, is unable to finish that play, but that was a great touch by the Swathers. I believe it's number 7 now back to serve. Sophia Becker able to utilize that block, and ball, it looked like it went right between the block or right between one of the girls' hands and fell.
There was definitely a touch.
Yep, there was definitely a touch. It just fell right in front of the
through,
10-foot line, yes. That was a great serve from Humphreys. Looks like a little miscommunication between what what hit was being called there between number 3 and number 8, I believe.
Yeah.
Another consistent aggressive serve from Humphreys. We're gonna get an attack from number 9. Swathers a little out of system, but able to make it work. And number 9 looks a little sucked in. She reached over her with her right arm, but to her left side, and was still able to make a great play out of it. Ended with in a point for Garden Plain. So.
Great hustle play, and the Swathers will make.
Oh, that would have been that was a great spot for Casey Mason. That was excellent, but a little too much muscle on that one. Copeland now trying to hit donut, but Garden Plain's defense there. Becker now hits line again. Another great scrappy play from Garden Plain. Those were 2 pretty good hits to get that ball up. Unfortunately,
they are very determined.
Yeah, unfortunately for Garden Plain, that couldn't get finished there, but Swathers now only trail Garden Plain by 3 points, closing the gap a little bit. That was an aggressive serve from Becker. We're gonna get a free ball over.
Tight net play.
Yep. Somebody needs to push it deep. Good swing from Brugan. We're gonna get a tip from number 13.
And there she hits that right side M&M. And yeah, if you utilize those M&Ms as a middle, you will open up so many holes on the whole court because you force defenders to cover.
Celia Pitts has really showed her knowledge of the court and court awareness tonight. She's able to now get a touch on the block. Good touch from Brugan, lands out of bounds. Number 3, Riley, now back to serve.
That was a smart play by their setter, putting that ball nice and high for any one of her hitters to go up and get it. All they had to do was make sure the rest of the team knew.
Another great play by their setter. Great swing from number 9. Out to Brugan. This is a long rally, long aggressive one.
This is some good volleyball, just like we said it would be.
Justice Large hits just the right back corner. That was a phenomenal
Spot.
spot.
Yeah.
That was great. Thanks. I lost my words for a second.
That's okay.
I said phenomenal, and then I lost it all.
It was fantastic, too.
It was all of it.
It was.
That was a good pass
that
from
was,
Nelson.
Yes, great up.
Another miscommunication.
Another good up from Nelson.
Casey Mason, and that'll be just out of bounds. That would have been a good spot.
You can't see it on the camera, but number 3's pass went way up, and it actually went through the rafters in the gym, and she got lucky it didn't hit one of those.
That was a good spot by Large.
Yes. And even though that first hit didn't go where they wanted it to, Garden Plain had 3 girls over there ready to get that ball. They are scrappy.
Abby Proctor subs in for Justice Large. Abby Proctor back to serve. That was an excellent serve, just over the net. Point to the Swathers. Number 1 hits it into the net. Abby Proctor trying to sneak another one just over the net. Unfortunately for her, it falls just short of the net. Kendall Bergen trying to catch that back line. Timeout by Mr. Peters for the Swathers. Swathers trail the Owls 14-19. 14-19.
Yes.
What do you think some key things for the Swathers to do to catch back up are?
I honestly just think that right now, Garden Plain is just being more aggressive and going after more balls. And if the Swathers can translate that, if the Swathers can take that same effort and bring it to their side and be scrappy, not let balls drop,
Not give up points that
Right.
they don't have to spare,
Right. And
like miss serve and
Right,
stuff.
right. And aggressive net play and a variety of different looks and different spots. You'll start to open up so many more holes on the court
Yeah.
when you force defenders to be elsewhere.
Well, we see that from number 1 from Garden Plain. She's able to do so many different things. The Swathers
Right.
don't know where to defend her,
Right.
so. That looked like a little bit of a cattywampus set over the net. Picked up by the Swathers, and they're going to call the Owls in the net. Point to the Swathers.
Big swing from number 8 for Garden Plain. Her ball will fall out of bounds, and Kendall Bergen will be back to serve again for the Swathers.
Swathers trail only by 3 now. Casey Mason trying to hit that left M&M again. Picked up by the Owls this time. Back row attack from Bruggen just over the net. I bet that ball was going to go out of bounds if it didn't hit off number 1's shoulder, but looks like she was standing there. Oh. Looks like we got a little bit of sweat on the floor. Don't want anyone to slip and fall.
remember who it was, but one time I was watching a volleyball game and their student section had a chant for when the other team would mop the floor. And it happened like so many times in that set.
That's hilarious.
Good
hustle by Abby Proctor. Just out of bounds, but points for hustle.
Yes. Brownie points.
Brownie points. Mac and cheese points. I love mac and cheese. Mashed potato points. You missed it. I was talking about all the things. All the things I love. Corn. Oh, that'll be inbounds for the Swathers. That was just on the back line.
Oh, they'll call her for a lift.
A lift again.
Casey Mason back with a solid serve. And that push will be just a little too far for number 8 to get a hold of. The Swathers will tie the game 20-20, and Garden Plain will take a timeout.
It's a great call by Garden Plain. The Swathers were down by 4 or 5, I believe, and now have tied it back up. So you don't want to fall down that slippery slope of, you know, getting too far deep in the hole again. And yeah, you don't want to let the Swathers come back too far, too much. We're back after that timeout. See if who will take this third set. Tied up, 5 points to go, a mini game to 5. See who gets there first.
That's exactly right. Oh, she wanted that one, but the Swathers block is up and said, not today.
Not today. That would be bad for business.
That would be bad for business.
That serve out of bounds. Tied up again, 4 points to go. Who's gonna take it?
I don't know, but this is some good volleyball
yeah,
here.
This woke me up from my nap. Out of bounds. These are points at the end of the game that you do not want to be
missing your serve.
Yeah, you do not want to be just handing points out left and right. Again, we got consistent server back there, consistent aggressive server. That's where the Swathers want to be. Pushing it deep. Humphreys there, though. Large trying to get some action. That was a great swing by number 9. Block was up, but they're going to call Large for the lift. Tied up once again, 3 points to go. They're gonna, yep.
She broke the plane of the net. So in volleyball, there is an imaginary line from the net straight up to the ceiling, and if your hand goes across the net while making a play on the ball, that's illegal.
That's bad for business.
That is bad for business. So that's what she got called for. And to remind you, although I'm sure all of you know volleyball so well, you have to win by 2. So if we tie this game up at 23, tie it up at 24,
we're going to 26.
We keep playing, so
we'll see.
Yes, we will.
Garden Plain, another great call with making this timeout before it gets to a 1 point. If the Swathers would score to 24, you want to call the timeout where you still have a little bit of room before the Swathers pull ahead too much, and same for the Swathers. Like, that would be vice versa for them. If Garden Plain was ahead, it's a good call to make a timeout now.
Yes.
Sophia Becker back to serve. That was an outstanding serve. Swathers just have to find one more point to finish off this set and take set 3.
Garden Plain making some sort of adjustment. They had a sub.
Number 1 is back in, I believe. I'm not sure who she subbed in for. We're gonna get a push. Garden Plain playing timid with that one.
Safe.
Safe.
There she is swinging, so.
You know, it worked.
Yeah.
It's hard because you want to stay aggressive, but
Right.
you don't want to give the set away.
Yeah,
If Garden Plain can get this one, we're going to 26.
that's right. And if I was to guess, I would say that number 13, Celia Pitts, is probably more comfortable in the middle.
Yeah.
So, you know, setting on the outside was probably a safer option for her.
Yes.
Oh, and the Swathers will lose that point with a lift call. We're going to 26.
We are going at least 26.
At least. This is good volleyball.
Good pass from Becker. See if Bruggen can put this one down. And that'll be out of
bounds.
bounds. Looks like Peters and Kendall were both looking for the tip on that one, but refs didn't call it, so no
play
tip was
on.
given.
Slightly out of system, but they'll make it work. Sophia with a back row attack.
Oh. That was
Garden
a
Plain is running
scrappy.
into each other.
Yes, and tripping over each other. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
But they keep playing, and they will get that point.
They will catch the line. Garden Plain taking set 3. Swathers were, just to remind everybody, Swathers were up 23-22.
22.
Called Garden Plain called a timeout.
Yep.
And then after that, it was 24-22.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Garden Plain was able to score 2.
It went tied. 23-23,
Yes, you're right,
24-24,
yes.
and then they won 2 in a row.
Yep. We'll be back after these 2.5 minutes.
We're back for set 4 of potentially 4 or 5. If Garden Plain wins this set, then that will be the game. And if Hesston wins a set, then we're going to 5.
Looks like Garden Plain back to serve. What a way to start off this set.
That was a great pass, set, and hit, all 3. And, you know, you put them together, and that makes a wonderful point.
Justice Large back in for Abby Proctor. Addie Copeland tries to tip M&M once again, but Garden Plains block up that time, and ball falls back on the Swathers side. Not slide, side.
That ball will fall in the M&M on the right side for the Swathers. Block was up, but tips weren't covered quite as well as they should have been.
Garden Plain serves the ball out of bounds. Point to the Swathers. Kendall Brugan back in front row, and Sophia Becker back to serve. Free ball sent from the Owls to the Swathers.
There she goes, utilizing that M&M spot again. Sydney Pitts there to pick it up.
Kendall Brugan able to make a good hit off that set from Humphreys. It was a lot of action in the middle, and Humphreys threw that ball out to Brugan, and Brugan was able to put it down.
Yeah, right in front of 3 Owl defenders who didn't look like they knew who was about to get that ball.
Wonderful serve from Becker.
Casey Mason jumping just a little late on that back row attack, and the Owls will fight to get that ball over, winning that point.
Number 3 back to serve. That's an overpass. You know it happens.
Yep, it sure does. Both teams utilizing tight M&M corners for their tips.
That serve will be out of bounds. Tied 4-4. Nelson back to serve for the Swathers. Gonna get a touch on the Swather block. Brugan back out, trying to hit. Justice Large pushes that ball out. Brugan hits the block and utilizes it, and point goes to the Swathers.
You know, both teams are having really good offensive games tonight. I think that the difference maker in the outcome of this is going to be the defense.
Yep.
And yeah, being on top of those corners and those probable spots.
And just who's more scrappy.
Yeah.
It's no longer just if you have a good hit, you're going to get the point, because
everybody's hitting good.
Everybody's hitting good, and both teams are able to find those spots. It's who's able to cover them more.
Right.
I will say the Swathers are having a lot more back row attacks than the Owls are, which that could be a difference maker as well. Being able to be aggressive from all around the court is important.
Right.
On that point, looked like the setter pushed it a little too far out to number 1, or number 1 was sucked a little too far in. Abby Proctor subs in for Justice Large to go back to serve.
That serve will fall short. Number 13, Celia Pitts back to serve.
Bergen looked a little too far under that one. She couldn't quite get on top of it to put the ball down.
I thought the same thing. She looked like she was reaching from behind or from in front of that ball to try and control it somehow and wasn't able to snap her wrist.
Good short set by Proctor to Mason. Mason able to get the point for the Swathers. Swathers now tied up 7-7. Bergen goes back to serve. And number 2, Sydney Pitts is back in for the Owls. Short serve by Kendall Brugan.
That's 2 serves in a row for the Swathers missed. Those are important, especially if your teammate in front of you missed their serve.
Yep. Good up by Proctor.
Good up by Sydney Pitts.
Owls block able to get up on that one. Mason goes back for the tip. And again, the Owls being very scrappy, unable to get the ball back over, but if you can find that, teach that discipline, later on it'll show.
Yeah.
That was a wonderful serve from Casey Mason. Casey Mason is another one who keeps her ball aggressive when serving, and usually it's pretty consistent, I feel like.
She's a very solid serve.
Yep. Kendall Brugan there to pick up that ball. Abby Proctor sends a free ball over. Sophia Becker with a good swing. However, Owl's block got up and was able to put that one back down on the Swathers side. Score is now 9-9. Abby Proctor with another good up. Good swing from Becker. Kendall Brugan with a back row attack. Humphreys now trying to find that hole. That was a great, great rally between the Owls and the Swathers. Both teams being very scrappy, very aggressive, trying to find different spots to put that ball.
Yeah, and that's the effort we really like to see. Girls on the floor, diving after balls, and then
Looks slippery over there.
yeah,
Another,
it must be.
That's bad for business.
A little cattywampus, if you will.
Yeah. Good up from Brugan. Get a back row attack from Mason. That was a wonderful line shot by Molly. Becker tries to hit another line shot, gets outside of the antenna. It's now 9-11. Swathers trail the Owls by 2.
And the floor is
It's
slippery yet
again. We are sweating up in the shed.
Yes, we are. They're wiping the floor again.
Holy guacamole. That'll serve will be out of bounds. Point for the Swathers. Justice Large subbing back in for Abby Proctor. Anna Humphreys back to serve.
I'm going to go ahead and make the assumption that that's a little out of character for number 7. Her serves seem to be very consistent tonight.
Agreed. Owls' block has been phenomenal after the first set. First set, they weren't getting many touches, but after that, they have been up and up and up and getting touches everywhere in all 3 spots, honestly.
Yeah. And even if it's not ending in a block, it really helps your defense out.
Gives
by
them
slowing
time.
that ball down just a little bit.
Yep. On the other hand, Swathers have been getting a block up, haven't been getting many touches, and the touches they do get, the ball seems to fall between it. So unfortunately, they aren't able to give their defense more time to get under it.
They definitely have to work on closing that hole and squeezing their shoulders, getting that ball to go back into the court and not just, bounce off their hands.
Yep. I believe Swathers call a timeout.
Yeah.
Yes. I might need another Propel if we go to another set.
I want some pizza. Do you think the pit stop still has pizza?
Pit stop open?
Is the pit stop still open? Oh, they closed.
Oh, they closed an hour?
Shout out to our pit stop friends.
It's like midnight.
Yeah,
It is like midnight. Whoa, that was kind of crazy, Carly. We said the same thing.
We sounded alike.
We've been spending a lot of time together, so.
listening to each other's voices on the broadcast.
That was a wonderful back row attack from Bruggen.
Really, really far outside push from the setter, and the outside had to adjust to get that one, but unfortunately that ball will not go to the Owls.
That was
good serve.
That was an excellent serve.
Yes,
that
it
ball
was.
dropped. That'll look pretty in the stat book for Becker.
Yes.
Swather's student section liked that one. Not sure much watching of the game is going on over there.
Yeah,
they all
kinda
turned around. Again, number 13.
She looks good tonight.
Yes,
Her
she
stats
does.
have to be packed tonight.
I don't know if she's just on tonight or if she's an amazing volleyball player, but either way, Celia Pitts. And honestly, Riley, number 3, the setter as well.
Riley Stolzatz.
Yeah.
Yes.
She has been able to
Throw up a variety of sets.
on the move,
yes,
too.
Yes.
And her serves are very aggressive as well.
Yes.
Kendall Bruggen now swinging big, and I believe an owl fell into the net. We're going to get a timeout called by the Owls. The Swathers trail the Owls 13-16.
We're back. Kylie Nelson is serving for the Swathers. Overpass.
Justice Large, yep, Justice Large gets up from that overpass from the Owls. Anna Humphreys pushing the ball out. Kendall Brugan, I don't know what just happened, but the ball got over. And Kendall Brugan again with the hustle play.
That'll be Garden Plain point.
Kylie Nelson tries to stay aggressive with a back row attack. Unfortunately for the Swathers, that one got hit into the net. We got number 9 now back to serve.
Celia Pitts.
Nope, Molly Zolgaman.
Oh, yes, you're right. Sorry, my bad.
Zolgman, maybe? I don't. Casey Mason trying to hit the M&M. Owls have now learned the Swathers are wanting to tip right and left. So now Donut might be open for the Swathers to hit.
Or even those deep corners if they're going to catch them sucked up to cover those tips.
Yep.
I bet you that's what they're going to talk about in this timeout right now.
Swathers call that timeout. Swathers trailed the Owls 13-19.
Let's have a little music break. Which one should we play?
Well, actually, this is how I feel right now. Ready?
You got any pretzels?
Let's play this one.
Okay.
This one.
Okay.
I ain't got time for you, baby. Either you're mine or you're not. Make up your mind, sweet baby. Right here, right now is all we got. A little party never killed nobody. So we gon' dance until we drop. A little party.
That song always hits.
Thanks for joining us in our little dance break.
I hope everybody at home just started dancing.
That would have been awesome. Back row attack from Sophia Becker will hit the net.
Oh my goodness! Whoa, that was a great hit by number 13, Celia Pitts.
She felt good.
She just told her setter that was a perfect set.
She liked that one. Wouldn't be surprised if she tries that one again.
That was amazing.
I hope you folks at home are enjoying watching this game, because we sure are. Swathers, like Jillian said, found the donut in that last play, and we'll serve, and we'll see.
Justice Large served that ball out of bounds. As we've said before, not a point you want to be missing at this point in the game. Abby Proctor subs back in for Justice Large. Kendall Brugan now hitting.
What a hustle play.
That was a hustle
Molly
play.
Zolgaman with the running in there trying to pop up whatever she was given.
Straight up by Proctor.
Out of system ball, they will free ball it over.
Good touch by Becker. Out of bounds, but it was a good touch.
She just got to rotate that shoulder and turn that ball into the court.
Yep.
And push with her outside hand.
Owls just need to push three more to take the game. That was a great serve. Owls up. Didn't get a touch. They're going to call him for 4. Some more sweat on the floor.
It's been a long, hard-fought battle tonight. I can imagine they're pretty sweaty. Garden Plain jumping over each other to try and go get that ball. That is some real effort. They will not get that point. Swathers will win that point too, and will leave Casey Mason back there serving, trying to chip away at their deficit.
That'll be out of bounds for Garden Plain. Swathers now only trail by 5. Casey Mason hoping to push 2 to get it up to 20.
And they will mop the floor once again. We've been live streaming for an hour and 40 minutes.
That's a long time.
That is a very long time. Are you guys tired of hearing our voices yet?
That was a great hit by Becker. Through the block. Addie Copeland now hitting left back again, which is something that we haven't seen a lot tonight. On Tuesday night, we saw that a lot from her, but tonight we haven't seen much of her hitting left back. That spot was open, though.
Big swing from number 8 for Garden Plain. Number 8, Kaylor Wazinger. She has also been on fire tonight with some really crucial plays, and that was one of the most crucial plays probably in this game.
That's a serve you don't want to miss. Game point. Fortunately for Garden Plain, they have that point to give. Anna Humphreys with a good aggressive serve. Swathers now chipping away. Garden Plain hitting that donut just like me and Carly have talked about before. Tonight, for MVPs for Garden Plain, I believe we both agree, number 13 and number 3, the setter. Number 13 really showed up tonight with her hitting. She had that one amazing hit. She had many amazing hits, but that one from the middle was awesome. And number 3 was able to make any ball in transition right to any of her hitters. She was such a hustle player. It was great. Who do you think for Hesston?
I honestly think for Hesston we have to give it to Sophia Becker, number 21. She hit that right line for a long time, forced them to cover that, and opened up a lot of holes for her teammates.
Mm-hmm. And also for the Swathers, I think number 33, Casey Mason, she was able to really show out tonight with her back row attacks. We saw that on Tuesday as well.
Yeah,
so
being very aggressive. Be sure to catch the Swathers in Wichita at Wichita Trinity on Friday night. And thank you so much for joining us on today's live stream. Go Swathers.